What's going on, America? This is Kevin in Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And you know what doesn't make sense to me? Is how liberals can complain all day long about Donald Trump's rolling back our rights and they're trying to take away our civil liberties, but yet we'll go out in the streets marching and begging for the government to take away their rights. Please, government, take my guns away. I want to be powerless just in case y'all want to enslave us. I want to have an unequal balance of power just in case the government lose their mind and tyranny kicks in, like I think that's happening right now with Donald Trump. That's not really happening. But just in case the real dictators take over, which is the Democrats and the liberals, because they package it real nice and put a bow on it and make all these issues seem sensational. Yeah, they romanticize it. You need to be out there marching. You need to be out there taking a stance. You need to be out there protesting against the false dictator, Donald Trump. Yeah, while the real dictators, tell you to do it because we put it in a nice package with a bow on it that says you're doing this for justice, you're doing this for diversity, you're doing this for the children, you're doing this for the weak, the feeble, the poor. But when the government lose their mind and take over and all those people that we think we're helping become victims because we have nothing to protect ourselves, then we're going to wake up and realize that we willfully went down there and begged the government, please take away our rights. Does that make sense? No. But you can't make sense out of nonsense. Liberals are begging the government all the time to take away their rights. Another one. Please, government, make us all have health care. Make us all have to have it, even if I don't want it or can't afford it. Even if it's my choice to say I'd rather have it or not, please take that choice away. Demand that we have it. See, it's not like car insurance. Car insurance, yes, I understand. Everybody needs to have it for the simple fact, if you're going to drive, you're putting other people at financial and physical danger. You need to be liable for what you do. But with health insurance, if I'm healthy and I don't want it, why should I have to go ahead and buy it or pay into it for whatever? It's not taxed. I mean, it's not like, okay, we're using your money to fix roads and streets and stuff. No. They just want to say, you know what? Give us your money. We're going to equally decide who gets it and distribute it equally, how we feel it needs to be dispensed. Give it to us. You have no choice. Because we're going to give you some bad health care for it, okay? Some health care that really, if something major happens, you can't use it anyway, but we're going to give it to you. And just to make you think that you're getting something for giving away your ability to choose who you use as a healthcare source, or just taking away your ability to decide whether you want healthcare or not. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yeah. False freedom. That's what that is. They're giving people a false sense of freedom. How about this one? We can't stand when President Trump gets on TV and speaks like this. So let's put Mad Maxine on TV, who says crazy things like, I think every time this president comes on, we should censor it. And not only that, for all of those people, Mayo, and some of those other, Steve Bannon, and some of those other hateful people, Ann Coulter, all of those white supremacist bigots, even though they're not, but you know what? We're going to say they are. And even if they're black and controversial, we don't want them coming to the campuses, because we're going to say, you know what? What you're saying is hate speech. It's hate speech. Censor that stuff. We need to take away people's right to say bad things that hurts me on the inside, okay? But yet, they're not thinking about when the government steps in and implements censorship on freedom of speech. That's going to also come back and bite them. Right now, they might be out in the streets complaining about Neopolis or whatever his name is, and some of the other people, Ben Shapiro, they might be complaining about people they don't like. But if they willfully give up their rights to freedom of speech, at some point when they're out talking reckless, or it's another cause that bumps head with the real dictators, the liberal Democrats and the progressive Democrats in power, then they're going to say, well, wait a minute. We only wanted that to apply towards one group of people, not all of us. But the trick that the Democrats are doing is they get people to willfully surrender because they capitalize on fear tactics, on tragedies, on emotions, all of that just to get their agenda across, because they say, hey, emotional, weak-minded people who don't think it through and want to make policies right after tragedies, right when you're mad, that's the worst time to make decisions. But we're going to go ahead, because we know that psychologically, and influence you to push this stuff. And guess who else is helping us? Guess who else? The funky, crooked, dirty, nasty, tricky, undermined, non-news having liberal media. That's going to help us, because they're going to say, what you guys are doing out here is a great cause. We're going to put you on TV and let you keep saying it over and over again and echoing what we want you to say over and over again until all the other people that's on the bubble or on the fence, they're going to see that, and then they're going to start to believe the lie as well. So there you have it. Go ahead. March. I tell you, it makes me upset because a lot of the people, the innocent victims that are participating in this march, they don't realize how manipulated they're being and used. It's crazy because they don't see the bigger agenda. They don't see the bigger picture. You know, there's somebody else that's saying, yeah, go on out there. Go ahead. Go on out there. By the way, here, take these notes here. Read those when you get out there. Tell them that, you know what, let's ban all assault rifles. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of high capacity magazines. Let's go out there and ask that any automatic weapon, semi-automatic weapon needs to go. Yeah, let's go out there and push that. And then let's go out and we're gonna paint this big industry. We're gonna paint this big corporation as the boogeyman, the NRA, because they're standing in our way. Okay, so all the kids and all of the victims and the people with soft hearts, go and do our agenda for us, please. Go and do our agenda, because see, once we get rid of the big bad mean old NRA and we start restricting more gun rights and take away the real guns that if we ever, which we sound like we're trying to do at some point, but if we ever decide to make you all obey, then there won't be any opposition. No, there won't. Because see, on this date, while you're out there marching, you're not thinking about 10 years from now, as this progressive movement increases and we start closing in on society and restricting your thoughts, your freedom of speech, your freedom of choice, and the ability to defend yourself. As we do that, you're going to think back to this day when I was out there marching because of a tragic incident that took place. And I was thinking I was doing that for the kids. That's what I was thinking, only to find out that there was somebody motivating me to go out there and do it so that 5-10 years down the road, they won't have a problem when they decide, everybody get in your houses. Nah, y'all ain't going to do this. You can't say that. Don't go there. All of that stuff. And then people going to say, well, nah, man, we got to fight this, man. Forget this. Fight the power. Then they want to be public enemy. Fight the power. Fight. Oh, shoot, I ain't got no gun. We gave that up about 10 years ago. Oh, man. Okay. We give. You dig? Think about it. Sense out of nonsense. You've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. If you like this video, hit like, share it. Okay? I'm not saying the kids don't feel bad about the situation, but it's misplaced anger right now, and it's being born from emotion, fear, and a hidden agenda by politicians and the media to go after something that really isn't the problem. It's misplaced blame. They're saying the guns are the problem. It's not the evilness in men's hearts. It's not the fact that we have soft targets with no protection, no guards, and we don't want people in there to have guns to deter people from coming in and shooting up a lot of people. Those aren't the problems. It's not the fact that we don't really want to fix problems. We like creating them or letting them exist. So we have talking points to blame the NRA, talking points to blame Donald Trump, talking points to blame the Republicans. We like those problems. We want to appear that we're trying to fix the problems, but behind the curtain, we're the problem starter. We're the doctor that injects the people with some type of disease and then sells them the cure. Get smart, people. If you want to dedicate to Kevin's Corner, donate to Kevin's Corner, rather, feel free. Find me on Facebook, on Twitter. Check me out on Wednesday nights at 7:30, my live radio blog talk show. There's links in the bottom. God bless. God bless America.